Yeah, next on the Marmy Rock Show, just reminiscing, it's been a couple years, I think, since we had Ron Underwood on the show. Ron of 9 Electric, Los Angeles band. They've got a new record out called Megalith. You can pick it up right now. Their song, The Light, is in our golden dozen. Ron, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Hey, man, so good to talk to you again. And, man, I've been listening to the new record today in anticipation of this interview. But before we talk about it, update folks a little bit on the lineup, a little bit of a shift in the lineup in the band, I think.
Yeah, well, let's see. Ginny Eck joined the band quite a while ago, replacing KCDC on the bass. And now we have Caleb Hill on the drums, who replaced Micah Electric. And Caleb is a big, tall guy. He's a basher, and he's from Nashville, so he brings a lot of that primal gnarliness to the show. And
I like that term, primal gnarliness. That's pretty cool.
It's definitely he's a big dude, and he hits hard, and it sounds like a big agitated drum kit up there.
So, hey man, I mentioned
Ginny's bass tone is just so sick. I love it.
So I mentioned the album Megalith. Now tell us a little bit about where you recorded this album and who you used as a producer.
We actually knew through the grapevine Sean McGee, who had engineered records with the Churkos. But primarily the ones that come to mind are like In This Moment, Hell Yeah, that kind of sound he had a hand in creating with the Churkos. And so when he broke off to start producing his own stuff, we actually had the same management, so it was kind of like an in-house phone call. And I used to run into him in the hallways when we were recording with the Churkos. We recorded with Kane Churko on the last record, or basically mix and remix a lot of stuff with Kane. And it was just convenient. He was kind of like just wrapping up a couple other projects, and we went to just do a demo or something like that, maybe 1 or 2 songs, and it turned into, like, by the end of the weekend, I think we had 5 laid down, or maybe more. And he's like, let's just work through the week. Let's do an album, man. He didn't want to leave. He didn't want us to go back to LA. He's like, I have new friends. It was crazy. So we stayed at his house and just cranked through, and we basically had the framework of the album within. I mean, it was unbelievably fast. I've never worked that fast with anyone. And so he kind of was a new member of the band in the sense that, the lightning in the bottle was just there as soon as we started working with him. And he's a really good idea guy. He's not just an engineer. He's a writer. He's been in bands. He plays guitar. So it was cool working with a certain type of producer who has so many of those skill sets. It really did feel like there was no outsider that we were working with. It was crazy good. It was awesome.
Now, when I hear you talk about how quick it was recorded, it's really interesting because stylistically, the band's kind of taken a little bit of a style shift away from some of the electronic to I don't know if you'd call it more straightforward kind of rock or stripped down rock. Like, how would you refer to it?
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly it. I think that all of us, all the remaining members, because the drummer, Micah, the original drummer, he had a lot to do with the production and the overlays of sounds, over the core bass of the band, like the electronic stuff. And I think that when he left the band, we knew that we had to reinvent, or at least say, okay, that obvious element, we could recreate it, we could emulate it, but what's the point? Let's just try and start from scratch since we've got this new lineup, and that's really what we came up with. I think that being that guitar is my first, I thought I was going to be a guitarist always. You know what I mean? And everyone's like, "No, man, you're a singer." Finally, I succumbed to their will, I guess. But so guitar was always my first instrument. I guess it always will be. Can you switch a first instrument? I changed my mind. Yeah, guitar was my first instrument. Obviously, it's Mikey's first instrument. Sean was a guitarist. Ginny plays guitar. Caleb plays guitar. So it was kind of like, I think a lot of guitar riffs were just going to be inherent in the appreciation of the writing process for this one.
So I mentioned, I didn't mention yet, actually, I can't remember, the song The Light is in our Golden Dozen, which is our music chart, and you have somebody, a special guest on that song with you that some folks may have heard of, so why don't you tell us about who your guest was on The Light and how you met up with her?
We actually recorded The Light with Carla Harvey from Butcher Babies, and we played a lot of shows with Butcher Babies, like in LA. We all kind of came up together on the Sunset Strip, and then we toured a handful together. And actually, when we would do like a lot of the Sunset Strip stuff, we would have guests on stage, and we would have Heidi from Butcher Babies do a song with us. So we had already worked with her on a song that we put out on EP, and then so when I was laying down the vocals for The Light, it came to the chorus, and I was writing like a call and response kind of thing. Yeah. And Mike was like, "What if it was another vocalist? Like this could be a fun like interplay." And so then that turned into the verses being kind of a call and response thing. And she was so busy at the time that we reached out to her, Carla. It was kind of just a shot in the dark because she was literally headed to Russia like any day to go do their headline tour there. But she was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." So we met up with her and laid down some tracks. And then the day she got back, or like shortly thereafter, she went straight back, met up with us, and we finished recording her with Sean. He actually came to LA because we knew she was going to be so busy. And dude, it was just so cool working with her. She's so easygoing. She's really funny. Really just kind of like a lighthearted person to work with. In like it was a pretty grueling situation, and she did not act like it at all.
Well, in addition to the song being pretty cool, there's a great music video out for it. Now, for folks that haven't seen it yet and are going to be looking at the music video, tell them a little bit about the concept of the video and what it was like making that thing.
Okay. So I had this vision in my head. I had been a director for a little while, doing like a bunch of music videos at this point, for friends and up and coming bands and some bigger bands at this point too. And I wanted to do something that was a little bit out of the ordinary, something kind of creative that challenged me. And me and Mikey had been talking about like the aesthetic of Sin City and how it's kind of like you're immersed in this other world, and it's not always the best effects or anything like that. It's almost like on the borderline of cartoon, but that's the whole charm of it. That's the whole point, because the graphic novel gave rise to this imagery that was so simplistic. So I was stoked on that. I wanted to kind of go that route, and I already had this idea in my head where we were like backlit, and there was this volumetric light coming out. So I'm having this meeting with my manager. He's like, "All right, the label wants this video out now. Like that's going to be our leading track with Carla in it." And I'm explaining all this stuff to him, and I'm like, "Don't worry, I'm going to shoot us on a green screen, and I'm going to do it all in post." And he was like freaking out. He's like, Ron, and it's Paul Gargano. I don't know if you know, a big tall East Coast guy. He's like, Ron, the last time someone told me it was going to all come together in post, let's just say that they're not a band anymore. Like, that kind of shit. So I was like, I definitely had to ease his mind a little bit and get a little more detailed with my description, but it was really cool. Pretty shortly after I started showing him some still shots of the video, like us on the building top or whatever it was, he kind of just stopped calling me. And I was like, either either he's finished with us or he's given me space. And he really, I think for him it took him a lot of patience to just give me that space, but he really did once I showed him the look of it. He's like, okay, this is going to be really pretty slick. That's not what we expected.
Man, it came out awesome. Now, hey, well, I'll tell you what surprised me a little bit. There's a cover tune on the record. Tell folks about what the cover tune was and why you chose that song.
All right, man. So, the whole process of choosing a cover song it's always rough because you don't want to just turn out something that someone else has already done, only they already made it popular. You want to put your own spin on it. You want to be an artist about it. And so that's a tough one to begin with. Like, you have all these strike zones you need to hit at once, you know? Like it's got to, like, make sense in the style of the time that you're living in. All this crap, you know? So, we were throwing around a bunch of stuff, and being that a lot of times I have, like, bleach blonde hair, everyone's like, you should do a Billy Idol song. It's like, that's so obvious it would be insulting for anyone who knows anything, I guess. But, someday when I just don't give a shit anymore, sure, we'll do one of those. But, I'm a huge Billy Idol fan, by the way. Don't get me wrong at all. I love him. In fact, his guitarist reached out to me a while ago because he was putting together like some cover bands, which is really funny. So, anyways, to choose a cover song, it's got to be a little bit of a surprise for you as a band member, even, in order to, like, go, okay, I could see the challenge. And Mikey had mentioned this Gavin DeGraw song, and I love that dude's voice, and I love this song, I Don't Want to Be. I love the intention of the lyrics, and his vocal performance on there is really cool, so it was exciting for me to check it out. But then we wanted to make it, like, just grimy. We wanted the guitars to be kind of slinky and grimy, and the big kind of, like, the super unknown drum beat, like, almost like Black Hole Sun, just big boomy drums. And I think we accomplished what we set out to do, you know?
Hey, man, it came out really cool. Now, it looks like you got a couple live dates on your calendar, but what we want to know is, are we going to see you on tour anytime soon?
I'm on pins and needles myself about filling in some of the dates in between. I think we might do some quick headlining shows around. I think we've got something in like Merriam, Kansas City area, and LA for our CD release. Yeah. I wish I had dates to tell you. I wish we were coming up your way for sure. The sooner the better. But I'm actually, I'm about to make some phone calls on that and crack that whip and get it going. Maybe they're holding out. Maybe they're trying to surprise me.
Well, we're going to keep our eyes out for tour dates because, we love seeing you live. And, hey, for folks that want to buy the CD, I know they can buy just the CD, but you also have some bundles available. So I'll give you a shot here to tell folks where you want them to get the CD and the bundles.
Well, I mean, if you're a streaming type person, obviously Spotify, iTunes, or Apple Music. But we have a store on our Facebook that's been going crazy with these bundles right now. It's better than it's ever been. So I guess people like this record, or the hype is good. Or they just want to hear Carlos sing. I don't know. I don't know.
Nah, man, it's a good record top to bottom. So folks can go to 9 Electric on Facebook to access the store, and they got some cool bundles there. You can get the CD, the record, as they say these days, and T-shirts and things like that. So, hey, Ron, it's been a pleasure talking to you again. I love having you on the show, and I'm hoping, got my fingers crossed, man, you make it back out to the Pennsylvania area. But either way, we're going to be keeping an eye on you guys. So thanks so much for being here.
I can't wait to get back up your way, man. I'll holler at you when I know.